Well, now we're at the racetrack at one of the nicest times of the day. No racing going on right now. In the morning, early morning, the horses are working out. There are about 2,000 horses stabled here, and almost every one of them goes out almost every day for some kind of exercise. A lot of them will just be jogging, stretching their legs, but you also see horses when they're close to the rail under a time drill. There's folks called clockers up in the stands with stopwatches on the horses, and maybe that horse is getting ready for a race in 2 or 3 days, 3 or 4 days, and after he does the workout, maybe the next day he won't go out to the racetrack. But other than that, almost every day they're out here getting some kind of exercise. Now we're by one of the barns, kind of at the end of the morning now that folks are cleaning up, feeding the horses. You might see a vet come by to look at a horse, a blacksmith. They're wrapping up their morning, and they started really around about 4 o'clock this morning. The night watchman put out the feed tubs for breakfast for the horses. The grooms started showing up and getting the horses ready to go out to the track, and by 5:30 in the morning, the first horses were probably already out jogging on the track. And then one group of horses comes back, the grooms have gotten the next group ready. They send them out, and then they take care of the horses that have been out on the track. And one thing they have to do is actually walk the horses. They walk them for about a half hour, 40 minutes after their exercise. They walk them around, bring their temperature back to the right level gradually. Saratoga, this is where that idea of summer camp for the thoroughbreds, I think, really plays out. It's got a nice rustic atmosphere, and it's a peaceful environment for the horses, and they really seem to blossom up here, the cool air and the clean air and the good water. It's a calm environment back here, as opposed to what can happen for a couple of minutes in their lives every couple of weeks over at the racetrack. You know, at the track, everything's heightened, excited, screaming, yelling, running at full speed, and then they come back here. They've got a nice calm environment. The day wraps up, night times comes, there's very few people around, just the night watchman. 4 a.m. they hear the night watchman bringing out the food. Their day begins again.
This is hip number 36. He was a February colt. He's by Fusaichi Pegasus. I had a sister Fiona. He sells Tuesday night. Basically, his sire is Derby winner. His first foals this year are 2-year-olds, and they're running well. They're winning in California and New York, winning stakes. And they're showing a lot of promise. And when you talk to a trainer that has a son of Fusaichi Pegasus, they're running, they like them, and so they're becoming quite valuable. One of the things they really like about this horse is his height. He's a nice big colt. He has a nice big shoulder. His shoulder comes all the way up past his forearm. They like that. He's got a nice balanced neck on him. Good top line when you stand and look at him. He comes across and has a very pleasing. He's got a nice big hip on him. Good straight hind leg on him where he has a lot of power. He has a long forearm, short cannon bone. They like that because there's less pressure on the cannon bones for a possibility of injury and stuff like that.